Shalom, I'm Cheyenne and welcome to my channel. So in this video, I want to talk about the apps that I use to study Hebrew. Now I just want to say that my Hebrew is really not that great at all, especially my pronunciation. It's pretty bad. But right now I'm practicing how to read in modern Hebrew, and I'm also practicing different phrases. Now my initial goal was to study biblical Hebrew, but I've actually switched that goal and now I'm actually studying modern Hebrew. But I still use some apps that are biblical based because there's very few apps that help you study Hebrew, and I want to practice reading, and so that's why I still have the Bible based apps. So the first app that I've used is Hebrew Bible Study. So this app is basically what it says in the title. It's a biblical based app where you can study the Bible in English and in Hebrew. This is a common thing that I find annoying, and I wish that the app had a human voice. It's a robotic voice and it's not too bad, but honestly the pronunciation, it doesn't sound authentic, and I want to know how to enunciate and pronounce words properly with the actual human voice, and it's really hard to do that when you hear the robotic voice. I think if I actually take the time to practice reading and studying the characters, I'll actually use this app to practice reading my Hebrew. But since I'm still a beginner in reading Hebrew, I still want to have someone actually read it out to me. So the next app that I use to learn Hebrew is called Shefa. And what I really like about this app is that it's made by actual authentic Israeli speakers. And I think that's really helpful because a lot of these apps are kind of general and based on different languages, but this app is specifically for Hebrew. I haven't gotten that far in the app because I don't study Hebrew as much as I should, but so far it's really helpful and I'm able to memorize the characters and the alphabet or the alphabet very easily. The next app is Learn Hebrew, and what I really like about this app is that it teaches you phrases that you would learn in real life situations, and it's just really helpful because it has different topics like the weather, like numbers, and a lot of it's just really relevant and really helpful. It also has a feature where you can test your pronunciation skills, so when you speak into the microphone, it'll play back how you sound, and I think that's really cool because I know for me personally, my pronunciation skills needs a lot of work and improvement, and it's nice to just check on it and see how you do it and how you're able to enunciate and how to pronounce certain words. It also has a little quiz section, so it can quiz you on the different phrases that you're learning, and that's also really helpful because I like that it has the quiz within the app instead of having to write something down or write the phrases down in a notebook and then study it on another app or study it with flashcards. You can just study it within the same app. Another app that I use, or that I started to use, is Daily Dose of Hebrew. Now this app focuses on biblical Hebrew, and like I said before, I'm kind of moving away from learning biblical Hebrew and doing modern Hebrew instead. But when I first started using this app, I like the fact that it has an introduction, and it's like free lecture classes on an introduction to Hebrew and to the Hebrew language. Also, the lecturer in the app, he explains the grammar, he explains the vowels, he explains vocabulary words and the entire alphabet, and he also explains the differences between modern Hebrew and ancient biblical Hebrew. The next app that I use is called Drops, and I use this for basically every language that I'm learning right now, like Japanese, Korean, Spanish, Greek, and of course Hebrew. And what I really like about this app is that it's just very simple, even though one caveat that I would say is that the paid version is very expensive. But I kind of like that because for the free version, you only have 5 minutes to study. So I'm basically forced to study 5 minutes each day. So instead of cramming a bunch of information within hours, you're basically forced to study 5 minutes a day. I also just really like the interface of the app, and I like the fact that the way that they've created the material makes it really fun to learn. And it's very digestible and easy to understand the concepts. So another app that I use and that I've been using for a while is called Hebrew Flashcards. Now I paid for the full version because there were certain features that cost money, but it was very affordable. I believe I paid $3 to like $5. And what I really like about this app is that it's very simple and straight to the point. Basically, the only thing in the app is that it teaches you how to memorize the Hebrew alphabet. And so you're memorizing the vowels, you're memorizing how to read it, you're memorizing how to pronounce the alphabet, and it's just very simple and straight to the point. And what I really love about it is that it has real human voices and not robot voices. So I'm able to learn how to pronounce by an actual Israeli speaker. Another app that I recently downloaded is called Mondly. So this app, it doesn't teach you the alphabet, but it does teach you phrases, and that's what I really want to learn right now because I want to learn conversational Hebrew as well, and I want to practice speaking, and I want to practice different vocabulary words that I can use in context and in real life situations. And even though there's a paid version of this app, most of the features that you need are free, so you don't really need to subscribe, and I'm pretty sure the features that you would need to use for the app are still available without having to subscribe. So lastly, this is an app that I downloaded but I haven't really used that much. It's called Write It in Hebrew, and it's like what it says in the title. It teaches you how to write in the Hebrew alphabet. I honestly haven't used this app as much as I should, but I'm definitely going to be using it more often now because my goal is to memorize the entire Hebrew alphabet. I also forgot to mention that I'm actually using Duolingo for Hebrew, and I know that I'm kind of anti-Duolingo on this channel, but it kind of gets the job done because there's a lot of limited apps to study Hebrew, unfortunately. But I'm mainly using Duolingo to study the alphabet instead, and I'm trying to steer clear of studying sentences or phrases because the phrases are kind of random and weird and awkward, and it doesn't really sound natural. But to be honest, I really have learned a lot so far from Duolingo, so I'm gonna keep using it to practice reading Hebrew. So those are all of the apps that I use to study Hebrew. I definitely want to download more, just like I have a huge collection with Japanese and Korean, and also I want to download more apps for Spanish and Greek as well. And I just feel like Hebrew is a really underrated language, and there's just not a lot of resources in order to study the language. So I definitely gonna have to outsource to like textbooks and other things. But yeah, if you guys know any other Hebrew apps to study, definitely let me know in the comments below. And I hope this video was helpful and enjoyable, especially if you're someone that's studying Hebrew. And thank you so much for watching. Also, please like and subscribe. I make videos about studying different languages. Right now I'm studying Japanese, Korean, Spanish, Hebrew, and Greek, and I talk about how I study those languages. Again, thank you guys for watching. Bye!